Welcome back, YouTube. I am here to provide you with another update on Dogecoin price action. And pretty much what we've been talking about, we pretty much assumed is going to happen is we are trending sideways along with most of the markets. I know we got a slight rally today in the stock market, but overall we're waiting on confirmation here from the Fed, and more than likely we're going to see a more stronger reaction when we have two consecutive periods of our CPI numbers. So when we get our new numbers for this month, whether that be good or bad, I think that's going to play a major indicator in the short term as far as where the market's going to go. We already have the Fed's answers saying that they're going to get us up to around 4.26 around the end of the year. We'll see if they stick to that, because now there's international pressure for them to kind of back off of that aggressiveness. We know that in England, they've kind of backed off of their, I'll say, hawkish approach. They're in double-digit inflation, but there is somewhat of a curve appearing to show itself in the macros, and they don't want to overdo it. So it's kind of like underdoing it beforehand, and then now that there's like a curve, now they're kind of threatening to see if they're going to overdo it, and we won't see the full consequences of this until next year, obviously. But that will more so play out into the macros and in the first quarter of the data that we're going to see for next year. But when it comes down to price action, you'll see that we are pretty much getting the bounces, rejections. We've had a few dip downs, but pretty much we're hanging out around this third bar here of our bottom level of support for this bear cycle. And you'll also see with short, we are below the 200-day moving average. So they're taking opportunity for this consolidation in prices, this low volume period, to pretty much recycle their positions here. I don't believe they're going to go much lower. They typically, if they do recycle, they'll typically have a deep dip down below the 200-day moving average, which is this red line. And of course, at that point, natural buying pressure will kind of take over, and then you'll see a bounce to the positive, and then of course they'll come back in, and that's typically where you see those big, strong candlesticks to the positive side to kind of control that. But for the most part, I think that we're waiting on confirmation to see if we're going to have two heightened periods of CPI numbers of aggression, and I think that will kind of justify the Fed's movements, and then we'll know, okay, we do need to be, at least the market will have the tone of saying, okay, we do need to be bearish, and see how the economy responds to this increase in points, like we see with increased mortgage rates and just the overall inflation, or you can see if we're going to kind of temper off into stagflation. All that is TBD. So we're going to have to kind of wait and see on that, but the uncertainty is very likely to have us trend sideways, at least for the next few weeks, until we get that confirmation on that data. And I think we'll have a more concrete answer to see, okay, should we be bearish or bullish? I think that'll kind of solidify the tone of the market. But as of right now, I do expect us to kind of hang out around this 5 cent mark, which, again, for those of you who are averaging down along in the coin, this is going to give you, it's just literally giving you more time to get your average down. Because I know there's some, or at least I see in the comments, there's quite a few people whose averages are still much higher than these points at the current level. So this is just literally more time for you to get your average down to these levels, because you'll see even at like a 5-6 cent DCA, at 12 cent, you're at 100% profit. So you're in perfect condition for the next rally. So I think that will kind of give you an idea of the power of getting your DCA this low. So that's all I have for this update. Like, subscribe to the channel. Check out Moo for payment for order flow free trading. I have a link for them in the description, and I also have a link to my Patreon where you can get my weekly trades, and we'll be on a Zoom call every week and discuss the macros of the market. That's all I have for now, and I will see you in the next video.